If you're interested in sitting down for a couple meals a day, eating till you're absolutely full and beyond, not going hungry, losing weight, and just absolutely feeling wonderful, your body kicks into extra power, your body starts working the way it's supposed to. If you're interested in something like that, stay tuned. I'm going to give you a little secret and a place to go where you can learn how to eat correctly. Coming right up. Tell you what, I can't say enough about this new way of eating that I follow now. It's KetoHealth. I've been on it, it's getting close to 6 months now, and I feel absolutely wonderful. And the benefits of it are great. Looks like I got some big spiders crawling on the tent. Ooh, there's one right behind me. Yeah, bub. Big spiders here in Upper Michigan. I saw my first chipmunk this morning in camp. Most of the time, they're all over the place. They're everywhere. They're scampering around. It's kind of funny. I guess they know winter's coming in. Probably maybe getting in their dens, hibernate. You know, I'm always amazed in my travels how many people I run into and I talk to, and even back home, that never do anything by themselves. They're always, they got to get a group together to go camping, to go canoeing, to go kayaking, to go on road trips. And I mean, that's all good. I mean, it's good to have friends. It's good to have that community. If you're the person that has the opportunity that you could go by yourself and you don't, man, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of security measures you've got to take in effect, and you just got to learn what it's like out on the road, and you learn just to have a lot of respect for anybody you run into. Even though they may not deserve the respect, you still respect them. About the time that you don't, about the time that you start muscling your way around, or you start being arrogant, around a new culture, around a new society, around a new tribe. America, to me, that's what America's become, is we're all become our own tribe. There's tribes everywhere, and either you fit in or you don't. And it's somebody else's territory, you better be respectful when you go through it. That's just the way it is. Because if you're not, and you're going to put your war flag out to ride through their territory, well, sometimes you could be asking for a lot of trouble. But when you go by yourself, the thing is you totally get lost in your own thoughts, your own conversations. And I think that's where a lot of the creativity starts to come out, because there's nobody else there to block those thoughts or to throw you off train. So right now, I basically, whatever my mind is thinking to create next, the next thing to film, I'm going to go out there and do it. I'm like focused. I'm like in a zone. When I get out here, I become a zone, so to speak. So I highly recommend it. If you decide to, just be careful. Take the security measures you need to. That may be a video right there. Maybe one of these days I'm going to do a video on all the security measures that I take in order to be out here like this. I don't have any problem. Nobody messes with me out here. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I put off a good karma. Maybe I'm just respectful and just slide through like a ghost. A lot of times I'm not noticed. I know that. I'm not noticed. I go by, even the 2004 Pontiac Montana, like a ghost. Nobody notices it. Now they do when I got a canoe on there and I've got my black storage box on there. Now I've added my LED solar lights on there. Yeah, people are starting to notice it more and more, but it's a pretty non-evasive vehicle, so to speak, when you go into a territory. So the benefits of this keto health is just amazing. I feel wonderful. I was the kind of guy that always ate a big breakfast my whole entire life. And what I did was I grazed all day long. I would snack here and there. I'd eat a big lunch. I'd snack in the afternoon, eat a big supper, snack in the evening. Just a continuous eating habit that I had going. I discovered a Dr. Berg on YouTube. And I got to watching his videos and they made so much sense to me. Holy cow. For instance, here's a typical lunch. Now, I don't eat breakfast at all anymore. I take a multivitamin with essential minerals, with zinc and copper. Hey, I do want to give a big shout out to Dr. Berg, Dr. Eric Berg. And this is his Trace Mineral Dietary Supplement right here. But this has got all your trace minerals. It's got your copper and your zinc, which is very important. But I highly, highly recommend go to Dr. Berg's site. He has 2,500 videos on different health issues. If you have something ailing you, go to his site, see what he says. Make up your own mind. Go talk to your doctor, see what he says. I have found by eating the KetoHealth diet that he has promoted and using the trace mineral vitamins. I take one a day. He says you can take up to 2 a day. I just take one because these are powerful. So I'll eat a banana in the morning, a full glass of water with one of these, and I mean it is a powerful punch. Highly recommended. Dr. Eric Berg. He has changed my life. I appreciate it, Mr. Berg. Talk to you later. I always eat a banana or something because I tried taking the vitamin by itself with just water, and the first couple times it made my stomach a little bit sick. So I had to eat something in order, because that's a very strong vitamin to take. And I actually get it from Dr. Berg's site, the YouTube site. Highly recommended. So what I do is I don't snack at all. For 6 months I have not had one snack. Not in the morning, not between lunch and dinner, and not after dinner. I eat a gigantic lunch and I eat a gigantic supper. And it's got vegetables, protein, and fat. The goal is not to eat any carbs. But it's almost impossible because you get carbs. With some of your vegetables, you'll get carbs. And for instance, here's a good example. This bread right here. This bread that I'm eating is delicious. Absolutely delicious. And it has net 1 carb. Now, if you're sitting at a dinner table right now and you're eating a piece of bread, you probably have 25 carbs in that bread. Now, does that matter? Well, when you start adding it up and you start making a sandwich, well, now you got 50 carbs. And then you do that twice a day, 3 times a day. You had some toast in the morning. Carbs are just a poison for your system. But if you want to know more about that, just go to Dr. Eric Berg's site on YouTube and just go to his first video, What If I Stopped Eating Sugar for 14 Days? Just go to that and see what your body starts to do. And then he's got so many other videos out there that anything that's ailing you, just type it in. He's got a video for it. But here's a typical lunch for you. Piece of bread. I am going to have 2 packs of tuna, which is 0 carbs. I'm going to get some vegetables through my tomatoes. I'm going to get nutrients through my blueberries and minerals. Now, blueberries have a little bit of carbs with them, but that's one of those sacrifices. The minerals that I get from the blueberries and the vitamins are worth the few carbs that I'm going to get. I'm going to have a few strawberries, and I've got my pecans. Whoops, there we go. Pecans with sea salt. That's big. If you're going to have salt, go with sea salt. You know, put the iodine table salt away. It's poison for your system. I had some pork rinds, which I just spilled the crumbs out on that because I opened the package up upside down. Duh. Well, the chipmunks will like that. And that's it. Even my drinks, I don't drink a whole lot anymore, but I drink the 0 Gatorade. So anyways, if you change your eating habits, you won't go hungry. Believe you me, maybe the first week you'll kind of freak out about not having breakfast, but once you get going, it is amazing, especially now if you're like a YouTube creator or a traveling salesman or you're out on the road. It makes it so easy because you get out of bed, you don't worry about breakfast. You don't worry about finding breakfast, making breakfast, having breakfast. You just get up, get your stuff going, and you go. Lunchtime comes around, 12 o'clock, you got to stop, eat your big lunch, You're always going to get full, and sometimes I even recommend going beyond full. You got to eat your vegetables, your proteins. You don't snack during the day, and then here comes supper time. Once again, lay out a big spread. Steak, bacon, any kind of fat meats that you like, put them on there. Vegetables. What I've found makes it easier for me is just the mixed vegetables, the frozen mixed vegetables. I just make me a big bowl of them. Eat you a big salad. Put you some dark green lettuce in there. Very important. Better than iceberg lettuce. Put you some spinach in there. Put you some cheese on top of it. Get you some salad dressing. Salad dressing is a lot of fat. That's okay. We're all brought up no fat. No. It's okay to eat fat. You want your body to burn on fat. You don't want your body to burn on carbs. Carbs is like a little pile of leaves, and you put a match to it and just gone. That's what carbs, that's the energy on carbs. And what you want is something like a couple teaspoons of lard, and you light it, and it burns and burns and burns, and it'll burn forever. That's why you want your body to start burning fat and not carbs. Well, carbs turn into insulin. That's why when you eat 6 donuts and coffee with all kind of sugar in it, and within 2 or 3 hours later you're hungry again. That's because you burn all that up and your body wants more. Your body's addicted to carbs. So anyway, I'm not sponsored by Dr. Berg at all. Dr. Berg does not know me, but I know he's got a good program. Check his video out on YouTube, Dr. Eric Berg. Now here's a very good point to make. Mrs. Melissa had a birthday just a little while ago, and so I wanted to surprise her. We were going to rent a boat out, a pontoon boat, and go out on a very nice lake in southern Indiana for the day. Hey, get out of here, boy. Even the bees are out. It's mid-October. So I called around, and it's about 150,000 people or so, right in the southern tip of Indiana. Me and Mrs. Melissa are both on the KetoHealth diet. And I wanted to get a small birthday cake, or even a cupcake, or maybe even like one of the cookies that they make these days that was going to be KetoHealth friendly. Probably at least a dozen bakeries around town. And probably 75% of them laughed at me on the phone. As soon as I mentioned, they're like, they're almost like, is this a joke? Are you calling, is this a joke? It's kind of funny because they all knew what keto was. They all know it's baking with almond flour and no sugar, and there's ways to make stuff that tastes really good without adding all those carbs to it. But every one of them, just nothing. No way. I know it's possible because on this trip right here, when I left, Mrs. Melissa had baked me about 6 muffins that they're just absolutely delicious. And they're totally carb free. She baked some chocolate chip cookies, totally carb free. Or maybe I say totally carb free, probably 1 carb per cookie, probably 1 or 2 carbs per muffin, compared to 45 carbs in one that you walk into like a donut bank and buy. To me, that's a no-brainer, and they taste good. I'm not sacrificing anything at all by going the KetoHealth way. So anyways, if you are interested and you get into it, and if you like to cook, there are so many ways to do this. It is a little bit more expensive. Almond flour is more expensive than regular flour. So you're going to have to make a sacrifice there a little bit. But I kind of argue the point that, yes, some of this food is a little bit more expensive than the food I used to eat, but I ate so much of the other food. Big bags of Fritos and chocolate chip cookies from Chips Ahoy, and on and on and on, Cokes and all that. So I don't buy any of that anymore. So the money I'm saving, I put into better tasting food like this. Hey, you tired of trying to lose that weight that you can never, ever get rid of? It just seems like even if you lose a few pounds, bam, it comes right back. How about if I gave you a solution to not only get rid of that weight, to burn that fat right off you? It'll just melt off your body. You won't be hungry. You'll feel healthy. And it'll be a great way to start your life all over again as far as eating goes. Here's a good one for you. We were all brought up to hear the saying, drink at least 8 glasses of water a day or more. Heck, I know people that drink a couple gallons of water a day. Did you know that is harmful for your body? Since you're on YouTube right now and you're watching my channel, when you're done, go over to Dr. Berg and watch the video 8 glasses of water a day lie. I dare you to go watch it. Just watch it and realize that you don't need to be drinking that much water. Your body is 95% electrolytes, not water. How many times you heard your body's made up of 95% water? That is just so untrue. Go to his video, watch it. 8 glasses of water a day lie. Write in the comments what you think. Most people have no idea how the body really works. Even your top nutrition people that you see doing all these workouts and talking about this and talking about that, all they need to do is discover Dr. Berg, watch his videos, and it will change their life. I guarantee you. I stopped drinking water altogether except for maybe 1 or 2 sips every now and then, or for some reason if I'm exercising, if I'm hiking, if I'm working really hard and I get really thirsty, well then I'll drink a little bit more. But just to be shoveling water down because somebody has told me to do that, no, that's not the way to go. Watch his video. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not sponsored by Dr. Berg. I make no money on this whatsoever. My goal with my YouTube channel is to help people out. I want to help as many people as I can. If I can get through to some folks and let them know how well I feel and how good your body will start to operate if you take on a system like this, you will be amazed, and it'll change your life. I guarantee it'll change your life. There's her little chippy. Did you hear that little chippy? I'm just talking about it. Chippies aren't around, and there's a chippy coming out. Uh-oh. I better watch my food. Get back, chippies. Blueberries are so good. Wow. I appreciate you coming to the channel. That's LAF, space, Film Fest. That's capital LAF, space, Film Fest. Hit that subscribe button, please. Hammer it down. I appreciate it. Helps me to make videos like this to pass on to you and a lot of other folks. Hey, if I can change some lives, people can eat better, feel better, makes me feel good. And I'll talk to you on the next video. Thank you for dropping by for lunchtime. Oh, looks like I got somebody else stopping in for lunch. Maybe not. You have a good day.